Hey guys, looking out here. Today we're going to do something different. I don't know why I'm doing it, honestly, because this is probably the dumbest thing I'll ever do. But if you want to see more like this, I may do it. Um, but today I'll be calling a weird number, and apparently it's attached to a place called Boothworld Industries. Um. I'm going to read the creepypasta wiki, which could be a bad idea. We've learned in the stream that whenever I try to read for you guys, it's um, never ends out well. So, Boothworld Industries. Like a lot of you, I called that number for Boothworld Industries. Before our call, I read through the responses in the thread. I like knowing what's going to happen before it happens. I guess I'm boring like that. It was still a sick thrill to dial the number and hit call, even though I knew what was coming. I was on the home page and made sure to block my info just in case. Something went wrong though. You all got a voicemail. I got a live person. Welcome to Boothworld Industries. My name is Samantha, and I'll be your operator today. Name? I froze at this point. I didn't know what to say. I expected a canned message like the rest of you got. Maybe even the weird text. I never expected a real person to pick up. I panicked and hung up the phone. When it started ringing 5 seconds later, I left the house to go pick up my daughter Ariana from school. On the way back, my cell started ringing. Ariana loves the hands-free phone in our car. She likes to pick it up and pretend like it's an intercom of a spaceship, and that the caller is a Kylon. Cylon? I don't know how to pronounce that. Sorry, guys. I blame my husband's frequent visiting of Battlestar Galactica for this. Mommy, Ariana asked, can I push the button? Sure, I said. Make it fast before the light changes, though. Ariana unbuckled her seat belt and reached up between the two seats and hit the button that would pick up the phone. Hello, she said after she waited for the beep that let you know the phone picked up. I heard the same voice from earlier, flat, almost robotic. Welcome to Boothworld Industries. My name is Samantha, and I'll be your operator today. Name? Everything stopped for me then. The light turned green. Cars drove by. Cars behind me honked. I sat there, staring at my steering wheel. Reddit No Sleep is supposed to be a place for scary stories. A place where you can scare yourself a little, but be fine at the end. A place to live out your fears. There was nothing safe about that woman's voice at the other end of the line. Mommy, Ariana asked, is everything okay? Hello, Ariana, the operator said. Welcome to Boothworld Industries. My name is Samantha, and I'll be your operator today. Name? Ariana, my daughter said. Ariana, stop, I said. Mrs. Jacobs, the woman said. Please call the office when you get home. We have some remodeling to schedule. I didn't answer. I hung up the phone and drove the rest of the way home. Ariana looked up at me as we walked up the driveway. Was that a Kylon? Okay. I don't know how to pronounce this, and I'm really sorry, Battlestar Galactica fans. Okay. I smiled, even though it felt like someone had skewered my stomach to the concrete, and it was still writhing around there. No, honey, I said. Kylons aren't real. My little girl looked up at me, her brow wrinkled and she frowned. That broke my heart. It was the first time I'd lied to her. What? You didn't technically lie. No, it wasn't a Kylon on the end of the line, but there was something lacking in the Boothworld operator's voice. Something broken, something human, something dead. When we got inside, I made Ariana a bowl of cereal and took it to her room. I turned on SpongeBob SquarePants for her to watch, and I knew I had to do. Well, I knew what I had to do. I typed the Boothworld Industries number into my cell, 630-296-7536. When I brought my phone up to my ear, someone was breathing on the other end. I never even heard it ring. Hello, I asked. Welcome to Boothworld Industries. My name is Samantha, and I will be your operator today. Name? My mouth went dry. I knew what I was supposed to do. Janice Hoffman, I said. Janice was the boss at my work. Oh no. You had to use the Hitman group to kill your boss. Janice was my boss at work, although her voice reminded me of Fran Drescher's. Her constant exploring hands reminded me more of that sleazy boss in Disclosure. On the other end of the phone, I could hear Samantha pounding on the keyboard. It sounded like she was wearing one of those cordless headsets and slamming her face down on the keys. Janice Hoffman, she said. Remodeling is scheduled for January 14th, 2022. Would you like to reschedule? Yes, I said. We have an opening on Monday. That's fine. Would you like a courtesy call? I wanted to do nothing with listening to someone die. No, I said. Are you sure, Miss Jacobs? Yes. All right. On Monday the 13th, we have Janice Hoffman scheduled for remodeling. Fine. Mrs. Jacobs? Yes. How would you like to pay for this? What the heck was she talking about? The original story never mentioned anything about payment. Pay? I asked. Yes, Mrs. Jacobs. When you schedule remodeling, scheduling is final unless another member shifts the scheduled date. We expect payment in full before service is rendered. What's the price? Ariana. This is an interesting story. The name hung in the air. Ariana, I whispered. What do you mean? The price is for the scheduled remodeling is your daughter Ariana. If you do not pay, we will have no choice to repossess what is due. My blood ran cold when she said repossess. I could hear her smiling on the other end of the phone, the first fragment of emotion she'd sown. Now this is kind of creepy, guys. What's the difference between a payment and a repossession? I asked, closing my eyes. You can earn any payment back, parts of it at least, by referring new members. Unfortunately, all repossessions are final. Why are you doing this? Ma'am, you responded to our ad on Reddit No Sleep and called us. You contracted work on Janice Hoffman. Now we are at the payment stage. The cost of the work is your daughter Ariana. Can't have her. Wonderful. Repossession. Repossession is scheduled then. We at Boothworld Industries say thanks and welcome to the club. You have a marvelous day. I jumped when the phone clicked. I took it away from my head and stared at it. If I hadn't felt like I was going to cry and throw up at the same time, I would have laughed. Everything was crazy. I was crazy. I stared at my cell's display. The Booth World Industries number was still sitting there on the screen. I ran to Ariana's room. It was empty. The bowl of cereal sat on the towel I always put under anything Ariana ate in case of spills. Sitting in the bowl was a business card. I took a picture because I thought I was going crazy, and I thought that the card wouldn't be there if I blinked. Then I picked the card up. It was warm, baking with wet heat. My skin crawled, and I threw it down. It landed the backside up in the bowl. I heard a roar outside and made it out just in time to see a matte black Sabelle SS roll around the corner. I called the police. They sent out an officer and he took down all my info. An Amber Alert was issued. The waiting began. I felt desperate, so I visited Reddit Boothworld, but the subreddit was private. I got a call a few hours later. The number was from a 917 area code. Hello, I asked. I already knew who would be on the other end. Ma'am, this is Samantha with Boothworld Industries again. Your courtesy call begins now. I hung up. I hung up. My cell started ringing again. 323 area code. I took the battery out of my cell. My house phone started ringing. Caller ID read an 832 area code. I didn't answer, pulled the jack from the wall, and sat with my face in my hands. I couldn't bring myself to think about what was happening. I sat there and cried, feeling completely helpless. That's when the phone started ringing. My cell buzzed across the table, away from its battery, and my unplugged home phone rang louder than it ever had before. I got in my car and I left. I went to Walmart and used a payphone to call the detective in charge of Ariana's case. His name was Stark. Oh, Stark. Yeah, like that's real. Okay. After waiting for a long time, Stark picked up. Mrs. Jacobs, he said. Have you found her? I asked. No, but we traced the number. It was a cell phone from some kid a block over from where you live. He said that he never made the call, but the carrier says otherwise. The kid says that he called a number for just a second. Here it is. Boothworld Industries on a site called Reddit. Oh, read it. Read it? Yeah, okay. Reddit, I corrected. That's what I said. There's no record of Boothworld Industries anywhere. We're holding the kid, and I'll let you know if anything happens, okay? Is that all I asked? I just want my daughter back. Yes, ma'am. It's best you leave this to us, okay? Alright. Good, Stark said. We at the police department say thanks, and you're welcome to call if you need to, but I'm sure we'll be in touch soon. You have a marvelous day. Bum, bum, bum! I hung up the phone, and it started ringing immediately. I picked it up, stupidly hoping it was Stark with new info. It wasn't. A male's voice growled into my ear. The scheduled work has been completed. We at Boothworld Industries say thanks and welcome to the club. Reddit Boothworld is now open. You have a marvelous day. The line dropped and I hung up the phone. I brought my hand up to my ear. It was warm with his breath. I made a mistake. Everything is fine. We have to... Oh, what? Edit. I made a mistake. Everything is fine. We at the Jacobs household say thanks. You have a marvelous day. Okay, then. So, enough of the creepy story. And we're going to go up to the actual Boothworld phone number and see if anything happens. Now, I doubt I'm gonna actually get someone, a real person. Okay, so it's 630-296-7536. This is the number, guys. It's in my phone. This is the number for Boothworld Industries, and I'm about to call it. I'm gonna put it on speaker.
You have reached Boothworld Industries. Your number has been logged and traced. A service representative will be with you shortly for remodeling. We at Boothworld Industries say thanks. You have a marvelous day.
Okay, so something actually does pick up, but I don't want to play with that. I mean, it's probably fake. A lot of people will say that they get a phone call back. But I'll make sure to let you guys know if I can get to something to where I can like record it. Yeah, so I'll keep you guys updated if it's the actually calls back. Supposedly it's supposed to call back, but I don't know. But yeah. Actually, yeah, they said there's no trace of it, but my phone says that it's Lamont, Illinois. So interesting. So yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
It feels right, yeah. I can only say that it feels right.